Google's first Apple Watch app isn't the one we wanted. A few weeks after the Apple Watch's launch, Google has outed its first compatible app. That's the good news. The bad, or at least the significantly less exciting. It's one of the least popular apps Google makes. Google News and Weather was updated yesterday to play nice with the Apple Watch, though it's unlikely many people noticed. News and Weather only launched on iOS last fall, and there are 26 Google-made apps ahead of it in App Store downloads. To put that in even more context, it's significantly less popular than Google Slides. When you can't beat a PowerPoint knockoff, something's gone terribly wrong. That's not to say News and Weather isn't a fine app on the watch or elsewhere. Early accounts of the wristed version indicate it's functional if a bit limited, which is fine for a used car or a blender but may be less appealing when put up against a crowded field of free news app alternatives from the New York Times, Associated Press, Breaking News and more. You can get headlines, for instance, but not full articles or summaries, and the Weather don't include any kind of alerts. As first impressions go, it seems slight. Especially compared with what Google could bring to the Apple Watch if it really wanted to. The apps you want. There are lots and lots and lots of Google-made apps that would make the Apple Watch a happier place. Google Maps, to help you get where you're going. Mail, the email service you actually use. Inbox, for that matter, the streamlined email experience that's potentially even more useful on a smartwatch than it is on your phone. Hangouts, to help feed your child addiction. The real prize, though, would be the Google app itself. That's not because you want to shout searches into your arm, although if you do, have fun. It's because the iOS Google app houses the closest thing the iPhone offers to Google Now, an intuitive personal assistant that serves up answers to queries you didn't even know you had. If you own an Android phone or an Android Wear watch, you already know that Google Now is terrific. Not only that, it's seemingly custom-built for a smartwatch environment, it's contextual notifications done right. Orioles fan. It'll show you the score when the game's over. Have a flight coming up? It'll tell you when to leave for the airport and show you your boarding pass barcode when you get there. These are exactly the kinds of notifications that merit a quick glance and a swipe and not much more. And for better or worse, Google is the only company that has enough information about your life, location, and schedule to make them work. It's important to note that all of these services mentioned have frequently updated, feature-filled iOS apps. In fact, thanks to Apple's ability to keep the majority of iOS devices updated to the most recent version, iPhone owners often have access to better versions of those apps than the 50% of Android owners stuck with devices slinging Android Jelly Bean, introduced in 2013 or older. There is no question that access to any of these apps would make the Apple Watch more useful and give Google prime real estate across the only two wearable platforms that matter. So why not start there? The app Google needs. The important thing to remember about News and Weather is that while it might not ring your bell, it might be precisely in tune with what Google needs right now. News and Weather may not be especially popular, but it is important. Or maybe better put, it's easy.